Anthony Tana, I didn't mean to haunt you. Anthony Tana, born yesterday, which the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of this new Decca record. I have been aware of him and his work for a while now, specifically last year when he dropped the record From Me to You. C.S.O.M. I have taken it seriously. I'm still impressed that Decca was able to accomplish what he did. It did seem like we had opened up some floodgates on this project. A wholly unique blend of experimental, psych, ambient jams. Were they getting my girlfriend that? See, a couple of features on this thing. Percussionist Thor Harris of Shearwater and Swans fame. I was blown away. Had no idea that something on this level was within his range. Whiz Kid dropping the opus that everyone in the underground is going to freak out about here for the next 6 months. Memories We Lost in Translation. Truly an immense track that makes me feel like I'm being sucked up into the rapture. And yeah, hearing these two tracks back to back was another great teaser. Tell Me a Joke, but Tell Me a Joke, not in the Omaha DIY scene. He took a lot of psychedelics and was deeply obsessed with it. Just kind of shows you how detail-oriented Decca is. Something that is heart-wrenchingly emo. It's like, yeah, if those things happen, sidesteps that with more textures, details, and switch-ups. So there are some crazy ambient and industrial passages that makes me feel like I'm spiraling down some kind of surrealist rabbit holes. Now, sometimes those fragments and the effects they are awash in. There are pockets of this track that feels very powerful and heavy, like on the immense Don't Mind Me. Then there are other tracks on the LP where all of those extra bells and whistles feel more like a distraction. I do think Decca hits a good balance between these things most of the time. Decca switching things up in an interesting way. I much prefer the song Fantasy World. It's quite melodramatic, but also Fractions of Infinity is a beautiful little calm after the storm of a vessel. It is the elegant and intense build of instrumentation around the midpoint. Not super novel, but cool that Ben could pull something like this off. Beautiful harshness to it that I love a lot. But what is most stunning about this track, Existential Weird, a few tracks I'm not that crazy about. I didn't end up really loving it. I love that Decca is able to add these little earnest rap verses into the mix on tracks like this. He's going through it right now, being a little lost on to sort of take the song out of whatever vibe the instrumental is creating. Despite so many elements of these tracks seemingly coming from different places, stylistically, they all come together in a very complimentary way. Quite a bit like bad slam poetry that you read at an open mic to an audience of 12. The only part of the track that I really liked was the end, which if you're paying attention to the lyrics on this track kind of makes sense. I do have to give it to Ben for coming together with a record that's quite thematic and conceptual, and doing his best to tie all those themes up at the finish. This is a very good album from Ben, very good album from Decca. Definitely better than the last LP, and he seemed to have taken quite a bit from the positive responses. Some of his best songs ever land on this record in a big way. You can absolutely see why this record is getting the hype and the attention that it is currently. It is absolutely deserving of it.
Let's talk about a meme that when I saw it, it sent me down memory lane. Here we go. It's 1999. Spotify and iTunes don't exist yet. You've just spent $10 on an album, 3 tracks in, and you realize it fucking sucks. Hey, I was alive back in 1999, 8th grade, and that's actually when my music taste began budding. I had a little tape player, had my favorite little tapes on there, my Coolio tape, my TLC tape, my Boys II Men tape, my fucking Offspring, Green Day tape,